Good morning, welcome to my channel everybody. My name is Chrissy and today I am bringing you a little bit of admin, few predictions and of course the ever important guidance that we always discuss on this channel to keep us navigating the current clown show that we're all living through. First off, welcome anybody to my channel that's new. Please hit the like buttons, consider subscribing, hype button as well now, and please feel free to comment down below. It takes me a couple of days to get back to you because we often live on different sides of the world, guys. I am here with my new addition, Barney. He's having a little nana nap, aren't you, darling? He's a bit sleepy. He and Sophie have been playing, so Sophie's outside in the sun, guys. They're going really, really well. Just to let you guys know how that's all adjusting. We had the gate there for the first day and then they've slowly got to know each other. And it's going really, really quite well. Sophie gets very worn out, actually. And it's because she has to, I know, I can see her working. She brings her energy down. She's been actually very submissive and laying on the floor at his level. I've posted a few photos to my Facebook page, guys. I'll try and put a little video on there as well if you want to check that out. Chrissy Fitzgerald, Psychic Life Coach Online is my Facebook page. And I'll actually put some on Instagram as well. I've got an Instagram as well. So Chrissy Fitzgerald 79. Go check that out as well. He's so adorable. He's doing really well, and he's peeing out on the grass, and I'm also letting him use the puppy pads on the floor at night, and he's doing quite well with that. He's only had 1 or 2 little accidents, which you expect. It doesn't faze me at all, but little cutie, isn't it a little cutie? So he gets worn out very quickly, and Sophie does too. So we kind of separate them so they can have a little bit of downtime, but she's been very calm around him. I can tell it takes all her energy to kind of keep down to his level, but it's amazing how dogs sense that they're a puppy. Like, because I always say to my daughter, how does Sophie not know that he's not just a small dog? Like, she actually seems to sense he's a puppy. He was even climbing on her out in the garden this morning. It was so beautiful, guys. So, and you know what was really weird? Just then he went in. As you walk to this room, Sprocket's bed is still in the other room. It's a huge, big, fluffy, round bed in case Sophie wants to use it. And anyway, went in there and fell asleep with my daughter. It was so weird. He just took ownership of Sprocket's bed. It's so beautiful, isn't it, guys? Cheers to Sprocket, my beautiful rescue dog who I had to put down a few months ago. Gosh, this year's going quickly, isn't it, guys? I can't even believe it. We've got all the Halloween stuff coming out. I know a lot of you are into Halloween out there, especially in America. It's a big deal, isn't it? It's getting bigger here in Australia too, I have to say. But it's just all Christmas stuff. I went to the reject shop the other day to grab something and it was just all Christmas stuff. I couldn't believe it. It gets a little overwhelming, doesn't it, guys? Everything speeds up at the end, doesn't it? Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the admin, guys. Can't hear any snoring. Barney's very quiet snorer. It's not as loud as Sprocket. We've got Elbow. Yes, we've got to talk about Elbow. Elbow's been zipping around all over the world. We know he has, meeting with all the VIP important people like Keir Starmer, blah, blah, blah. Goes on and on. I think he's actually meeting with Trump soon. I think they've actually arranged a meeting, which will be interesting. Watch this space, guys. Apparently, Elbow has signed a landmark defence treaty with Papua New Guinea. And as we always talk about here, we pretty much know that Papua New Guinea is pretty much owned by Panda. We know Panda, which is China if you're new here, has got their foothold in all these little islands around the Pacific, and Papua New Guinea is no different. So now we've got Elbow, signing up for this treaty, defence treaty with Papua New Guinea, which definitely includes China, for sure. Don't even doubt it. So watch this space, guys. We'll hear a bit more about that, I'm sure, in the next couple of weeks, what's going on there. The other thing is, I just wanted to talk about that terror attack in Manchester in the UK, the stabbing attack. What the hell, guys? The way it's being portrayed in the media here, I'm sure it's the same over there. The police are declaring it's an act of terror. No kidding. God, like any sort of thing like that, but suddenly it becomes a big act of terror. Of course it does. I think it's a little bit confusing. They're saying they shot dead a British citizen. The attackers shot dead a British citizen. I'm not sure if it was a British citizen. And they interviewed a few people around the area, and of course they dropped how's the mainstream media? Unbelievable. If you've watched any of the little videos, guys, of them interviewing people, it was saying how, they were saying how this is just an example of hate crime. We're getting the hate crime. And I think we all know all roads, especially in the UK, particularly here in Australia, God, China, France, Nepal, New Zealand, all above Europe, the whole area, the whole bloody world, I suppose. All roads seem to be leading to the digital ID. But like we were saying the other day, it's not going to work for a lot of these illegal mass immigration crims and stuff, is it? Like, because they always slip under the radar. Because they don't know who they are anyway. How do they prove who they are on their digital ID? Like, it's just, honestly, none of this makes sense. I hope to God people can get into their common sense and logical brain, guys. Oh, there's Chungus here for a feed, the magpie. He's at the railing. I can't feed you, Chungus. I'm making a video. Oh, he won't be happy about that, my magpie. Or my daughter's magpie, actually. And then we've got Greta Thunberg. Yes, Greta is always very important to everything. Climate change, saving Gaza. We know how it goes. Well, she's been arrested, guys. Yes. How many times is that? That's probably about the 20th time Greta's been arrested, supposedly arrested. All part of the clown show, as we know here. When you're working for the WEF puppet masters, you do tend to have to stay in the limelight a lot. But apparently her ship of woke fools that are on there with her, they've all, well, they were taking the aid to Gaza. They're going to save everybody in Gaza, apparently. But Israel forces have intervened and apparently intercepted, arrested them. She said in her interview, she said she's been abducted. Oh, fake as. Honestly, who believes this garbage? And if you look at the announcement, guys, there's this picture of an Israeli, like, woman, like border force or whatever it is. And she's speaking in English. They got the back of her head and she's speaking into this thing, like, so fake. Looks like it's been shot in a studio, guys. I'm not joking. Go check it out. And it was all done in English. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. This was an Israeli, like, border force person or something. Wouldn't that be in... I think their main language is Hebrew, from what I'm guessing. I'm not thinking they'd be saying it in English. Go watch it, guys. Dodgy ass. Dodgy ass. It looks so fake, but just my opinion, guys. You might have a different opinion. So we've got Greta back on the world stage. So obviously they're pushing something as per usual. It's just mad. And we've, of course, speaking of, we've got the Plasticine marches again this weekend. They're apparently marching to Sydney Opera House, where I think they did it a while ago, quite a while ago, and they were, they're calling for an end to genocide. That's what they're calling for, apparently, at this march. And they're saying, like, this is exactly the same sort of situation as the Holocaust was, like, honestly. And I'm not saying it isn't, but what the hell is happening, guys? The world is upside down. Let's see if there's any, sorry guys, predictions. Oh, I need some peppermint tea on that night. Barney's wrecked. They sleep a lot, little puppies, don't they, guys? God, they're showing me this oyster, and they're showing me like a pearl in the oyster, but it's spinning. It's saying the world is spinning and the oyster is opening. You could relate it to a clamshell too, like, you know, when things are closed, you don't see things, but when they open up, things get exposed. And I'm getting that, the beauty and the wonder, which if you think about the awakening, it is about opening up to the beauty and the wonder. And you think of a beautiful pearl inside the oyster. I'm just getting that. I'm getting the world is really awakening. And it's the beauty and the wonder that people are starting to see again in the world that they might have missed before. We know that here as awakened folk, you start to see things with a lot more clarity, precision, colours become richer, things are just more vibrant in the world to us. But I'm getting that, this opening up of the like oyster, and we're finding, or people, probably the people waking up, I would say, are discovering the beautiful pearl, which life is. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting this saying, but I can't quite get it. Oh, I can't get it. It's something to do with pearls and wisdom, but it's gone. All right, it might come back to me later. Sorry, guys. Sometimes they just bombard me with things and I can't quite get it pieced together because they only give me little snippets, the guides. All right, let's keep going. Is it pearls of wisdom? Something like that. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure. All right. I'm getting Chris Luxon, and I'm getting that the people of New Zealand are being pushed aside. Their viewpoint is being pushed aside a lot. When it comes to this renewable energy, possibly the digital ID, etc., etc., I do feel like the people are being pushed aside. They're not having a say in these things. So I feel like this is where Chris Luxon's going to get people offside in New Zealand. And I do see people marching forward. I am seeing that. People marching forward, standing up for their human rights. I'm seeing that in New Zealand. It's coming. I'm getting around December, maybe around December, people are going to start to fight back. We know he's not perfect. Look, he's done a lot of things to help lift the country, like financially, compared to Jacinda. But I do still feel like people are going to stand to Chris Luxon because we know he's still part of the clown show, isn't he? He's not one of the worst dictators, but he's still implementing things. He's just not going as hard as, like, example, Keir Starmer, who is just stomping all over the people. We said ages ago he's going to steamroller over the people and just shove them aside like a great big, I guess you could say, snowplow as well, shoving people either side and just getting, pushing people out of the way to bring out his agenda, and we know that he is. He's actually getting some really crazy stuff going on over there now. Speaking of, he's really coming after his citizens. It's mad. So we know the hate speech, etc., etc. If you say all these things about anyone or any migrant or whatever, like the illegal migrants, not legal ones, illegal migrants, then you can get thrown in jail, arrested. People come knocking on your door. Police will knock on your door if you say anything. We know this is the worldwide agenda that they're doing. I don't doubt that'll be happening here in Oz very soon. Because we seem to follow you guys, don't we, very closely. We're running a close parallel with the UK. So I am getting that as well. So there's a lot going on with everybody, guys. I think what's happening in one country, for example, New Zealand, will then happen in another country, in another country, another country. And even China, we know carnage is all part of the plan. I mean, he was just like, plop, dropped in that position. And he's just rubbing his hands together, isn't he, guys, over there? All right. I'm getting in these cold climates, like a lot of you guys are coming into winter, for example, China, UK, etc., Scotland, Ireland, all these places where you get really cold, Iceland, Netherlands, Sweden, all these places where you're coming into winter. I'm seeing that a lot of people are starting to turn they're calling them radiators. We call them heaters here. They're calling them radiators, which I'm presuming is your heat. A lot of people are turning them off. They're only putting them on for a very short period of time because the cost of power, electricity, is continuing to go through the roof. It's not stopping. It's not going down. It's just continuing to go up, up, up and up. And people just can't afford it. So I'm getting, people are going to, and what it does in turn makes people get sick because they get cold. More elderly will probably be dying because they're not staying warm in their body temperatures, etc. So this starts to take an effect on people. More people getting sick. I'm getting that. More coughs, more colds. And then there'll be some magical bloody cure. Of course there will. Some picky they'll bring out to cure all these coughs and colds. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but we've had these really strange coughs. My whole family, we've had this cough, and it was just a cough. It wasn't even a cold. And it's taken weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks to get rid of it. It's like they just hang around forever now, isn't it? It's very strange. Who knows what they've been tweaking with all these colds and flus in the perhaps Wuhan lab? Just saying. But I am getting that. People aren't putting their radiators on as much. And that'll probably happen here. Like we're going into summer soon. And it'll be that air conditioning, the fans. There won't be as much of that happening because people can't afford it. It's school holidays here, and I've noticed how quiet it is now that, or we've our ski season closes this weekend. I think it's pretty much closed because the winds have been so bad for the ski lifts. But there's no one around, guys. I don't think people can afford to go away. It's getting crazy. Only if you're the wealthy elite can you really go on a big holiday. Don't know. I'm sure you guys are pretty much like us. We just go away for like 4 days here and there once in a blue moon. Gone are the days of going on great big 3-4 week holidays and things like that. Things have just got too tight. People are pulling in the reins. That's what I'm getting. Let me see if there's one more thing. Oh, I'm just getting Kia's copping a lot of backlash now, Starmageddon. We know he is going to get... Remember when Trudeau was getting very seriously heckled and all this kind of stuff? Well, Kia is going to get more and more heckling. We know you've got a lot of petitions and things going on. I think that's around the digital ID over there. But there's a lot more heckling. Like, we're going to really notice it. They're probably going to try and avoid putting it on mainstream media, but it'll end up popping up on YouTube and other platforms like Rumble and different things like that probably. But we're going to see a lot more heckling. People are really mad about what's happening in the UK. Basically, Starmageddon has come into the UK. I mean, Boris wasn't great, but he's just... And Sushi wasn't terrific either. But Starmageddon has just come in and turned UK on its head. It's upside down. And people are furious. The anger and the vibrational frequency is really rising in the UK. And sometimes, look, guys, I think you have to look at it that it's not a negative thing. It can be a positive thing. It's like... I'm getting that image like people crash and burn. Like people, when their vibration's so high, like what goes up must come down is what I'm getting, guys. Not for you guys watching my channel because you're already awakened folk, but for the people waking up, it's what goes up, like the anger goes up, but it has to come down. It's the cracking open, the breaking open, the phoenix rising from the ashes. People are waking up en masse in the UK, guys, and it is absolutely brilliant. And I think if you were living over there, you'd see the flags flying all over the place. It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? You keep flying those Union Jack, St. George flags, etc., guys. It's absolutely brilliant. Oh, I've started, speaking of over there, and Scotland, I've started watching that Blood of My Blood, is it? That Outlander offshoot series on Stan. It's actually very good. I have to listen very hard because the Scottish accent's so hard to understand sometimes for us Aussies. But I do love the Scottish accent. It sounds great. So I'm actually enjoying that, guys, if anyone's watched it. All right, how about we get into it? And remember, guys, most of the things I talk about touch most of us and affect most of us because it's pretty universal what we're all going through. The only country really that's probably not severely going through this is America, because you've got Trump standing up for you and well, creating his power position on the world stage. Sorry, Sophie's barking. She's cheeky, isn't she? All right, how about we pull some cards, guys? And oh, she's so naughty. Sophie, enough. Oh, what a rat bag. Let's open up to my change. If life's own mysterious timing can bring a rose to the fullness of beauty from the bare winter stem, think what it can do with your life. And to me, that's about blossoming into who you really are as well. You start off as a little seed and then you grow and you grow and you grow, and eventually you evolve into, for example, the beautiful rose, fragrant, rich in colour. That's us. That's what happens when you go through the awakening. You blossom. And this is what's happening, of course, with the people waking up. Let's do another one of these, guys. The stark beauty of white, barren snowfields will... Oh, no, we had that one, didn't we? Oh, my God. Don't worry about me, guys. Okay. You will wait like the chrysalis becoming a butterfly in a cocoon of darkness for your own becoming. Oh, we've always talked about the awakening as the butterfly emerging from caterpillar emerging into the butterfly out of the cocoon. And we're like watching all that with other people for your own becoming. Because we always talk about the awakening is actually about you. It's not about other people. It's about you finding yourself again and who you really are. Let's pull a healing card. We get lost along the journey of life, don't we, guys? Actually, I was listening to the Royal Kardashians, William. Did you see him? He was flying around on a scooter or something on some video I saw this morning. Prince Willie, he was saying how life is quite hard and challenging and it has its ups and downs. So we know. So even as a royal, it's hard. We know they're always full of drama. That's why we call them the Royal Kardashians, because it's like watching a reality Kardashian show, isn't it, guys? Surrender we've got, which we get all the time here. There is no point in pushing the burro up such a steep hill. Go back to the start. Surrender your expectations. There is an easier way. When the time is right, a new path will appear. And that's about, we've learnt that over time, about surrendering to the awakening, and not constantly just pushing against it and willing it to happen. We know it's happening. It is happening. The guides keep confirming to us that it is happening. I'm getting that song. I can't get it out of my head, so I have to share it. Push it. Push it real good. Dun, 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 dun. Remember Salt and Peppers? Push it. Push it. Push it. Choo, choo, choo. But they're actually saying not to push it. Just allow your life to flow. Allow people to wake up at their own pace. Keep detaching from all the stress, the drama, the nonsense and the lies that are going on. We don't have to push it. I think in the beginning, probably 5-6 years ago, we did really want to push our viewpoints onto people, and we'd push what we were seeing and what we were knowing and what we were sensing, and people weren't listening anyway. And I think we've come to that realization now that people are actually slowly but surely waking up to what's really going on without us having to have any input. Because let's face it, no one listened anyway, did they, guys? And we're never going to hear them admit that we were right anyway, so don't even wait for that either. So I'll leave you with that song today by Salt and Pepper. Push it real good. Do, 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 do. Oh, there were so many good old songs in the 80s, wasn't there, guys? All right, I'm going to love you and leave you from me and Barney. We're going to say goodbye, Barney. Going to say goodbye? No. Too tired. He's so funny. He's doing really well. All right, guys. Don't forget like buttons. Please comment down below. Hype, and consider subscribing. Really, really great to have you here on my channel. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.